Hello and welcome back to a new episode for the conversion of Lifeboat Hugo. There's a spell of nice weather predicted. Hopefully it comes through. So I am starting work on the cockpit floor and the seats because that still needs to be glassed over. It's marine plywood at the moment with epoxy primer on it. I'm going to give it a good sand and then use some GRP and some glass cloth to make this stronger and absolutely kind of bomb-proof. As you can see, the rest for the seat still needs quite a bit of work and fairing in, but that might have to wait till next spring. But I definitely want to get the floor sorted because you can imagine there's quite a bit of traffic with me in and out and doing the work. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, the weather forecast is true, so we can crack on with this the next couple of days. Hope you enjoy this episode. This is my cat Duffy. She's coming to take a look. She's kind of the supervisor. She checks over everything. She's luckily not too critical of my work. But it's nice to have her around, and I think she enjoys the boat, which is good because of course she will have to move on with me once the time's there. I look at the cockpit after I sanded it and washed it out yesterday. I'm just waiting for stuff to dry out because it's a nice day, but there's a lot of condensation about. Yeah, it's not a simple job as in just putting the GRP over it, because I used epoxy primer on the floors and everything. You can't put polyester resin on there, so I need to put another bit of plywood down and then be able to polyester over that. And as you can see, the cat's having another look as well. Getting the borders in, which are 4.5mm thick, and then there will be some thicker ply in between, so hopefully I'll have some dry higher bits in the cockpit, which will be handy instead of the whole thing being wet when it rains. And yeah, still prepping, as you can see. Luckily I'm using polyurethane glue, which actually likes a bit of water because that makes it go off, the moisture. So I'm doing this while the rest of it dries and get it ready for the GRP. As it is very showery outside, I can't really do any more on in the cockpit, so I've started making some boxes for the drawers for the Galley, which yeah, I can do at my leisure if it's kind of rainy outside, so it's good to crack on with something else. So here we are. This is how far I got last time I worked on the cockpit. Got the in-betweeny bits in. There's not as much height difference as I had hoped, and it looks really nice. There's the building inspector again. So this will have to dry off. It is waterproof now because, as you can see, I've done the corners, made them half round for the cloth to sit in nicely like I did with the solar panel tray. And yeah, and then a clear coat of the polyester, so you can see how nice the water is beading on it. It's all dry, waterproofed, so when there's a next nice day, because it is dry but not very nice, it's yeah, a lot of moisture in the air. But anyway, better weather expected, and then I can crack on with this. Of course, the building inspector is there. I set myself up for the first bit of GRP. It's not the brightest of days, but it's dry and it's going to stay dry, so I want to get one piece in because it'd be kind of mission impossible to get all of them in. I'd kind of paint myself in a corner, as it were. So if I can get this bit in, then I can do the other bits at a later date or at a later time, either or. So yeah, we'll get this all sorted and in. Got the first layers of glass in the cockpit, the 3 separate pieces. That's triaxial cloth, so 3 directions kind of stitched together so they don't move that much, to give me a bit of bulk. And there'll be another layer of 600-gram woven roving going on top of that, but it needs a bit of a sand before I can do that. Apart from that, I am working on the Galley. I've put 3 drawers together And I'm now putting the kickboard in, extending the sides by 3 centimeters, 30 mil. So I get to the 61 centimeters that the worktop is wide. Need to do that there as well. Yeah, so it's again more than one project on the go, just because you have to wait for things to go off, and we want to keep making progress, so that's what we're doing. The sun's come out and I cut the last layer of cloth to size. It's not quite smooth yet, but I can do that as I'm polyestering along, because that will stick it down. And then just the edges need doing, and then that's another job done. And luckily the weather's turned really nice, so time to crack on with this. At the end of this week's video, I'm just showing you how I glassed in the cockpit. It just needs some glass tape on the edges, but that's not too big a job. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.